I like that. Yeah.
Nice.
What are we changing calls to?
Called it.
Called it. I'm gonna make a new one though. Different expression.
Appropriate amount of limbs.
Yeah.
He's got 4 now.
Very appropriate.
Mhm.
Stores one of them in his backpack, but he's got 4.
He has somewhere between 1 and 4, let's say.
At
Listen,
any given
I had to put the spare on. I had to get it out of the trunk, but it's fine. It's gonna get me to the gas station.
Okay.
I'm sleeping with my clothes on.
Alright.
We partying.
Hello, everybody. How are my party
Hi.
people doing on this fantastic Monday?
Oh, well.
So good.
Dallas, I saw your memory post on Facebook this morning, and I was so nervous. I thought you had switched jobs and not told me, like, because it was like first day of my new job, and I'm already smiling, and I'm like, what the? What?
Nope.
What is happening? Immediate panic, and then I realized it was a memory post, and then I calmed down. You were not allowed. Oh, that's not true, but obviously you're an independent human and you can do what you want. But
You're still not allowed. It's
it
just
would be sad.
don't make the laws.
So one of the things that you may or may not be encountering on this fine session was designed by my son. So don't get mad at me, get mad at my spawn.
That was a
Noted.
perfect time for don't
Bonus
get mad at me,
points.
get mad at V.
I like that.
Bonus points if you
Yeah.
can figure out which one they helped me create.
Switch my title here as well. Let's see.
I'm excited. I imagine it's gonna be kind of spooky.
They want
Might be scary. It might be a skeleton.
Send
Spooky,
shivers
scary.
No,
down
if it's
your
a skeleton,
spine.
guys, I'm out. I can't handle it. I'm too startled.
too stortled.
Dordled.
Okay,
Don't those skeletons in.
Oh, we're out here on the bayou. This is
really
we're out
quick,
here.
just because I can't remember this for shit. Does anybody here have arachnophobia? On a completely unrelated note.
I mean-
Completely unrelated.
You know
Real
me,
life
I still,
or
I still
character-wise?
stay grounded.
What's that?
Real life or character-wise?
Character-wise, like,
Oh,
If it's a
like
fictional
for
spider,
real, so if we fight a bunch of spiders, are you gonna be like, man, this is giving me the heebie-jeebies? Can we not do spiders? Let me know now, because then I can hot pop out.
Yeah, I think
No, I'm
darkness
good.
is friends
I
with
am.
spiders.
I am fine.
Cool with it.
Everyone here is fine with the depiction of spiders. No one's got arachnophobia of that degree. Beautiful. I have a player in
Not
one
to
of
a
my other
crippling
games. I was gonna say I have a player in one of my other games who's like, can we never, like, I forgot that I left a spider mini in my box of minis, and it may have triggered them just a little bit, and I felt really bad because I
Aw.
completely forgot that they were in there. And like they were okay after a little bit, but it was not a good time. So, but I digress. Wanted to double check real quick. So
Always good to check. I appreciate it.
who all remembers what kind of buffoonery you all got into last time?
I
Well,
murdered
there
a
was
bunch of
buffoonery.
guards.
Let's say
We
Razor.
murdered a bunch of guards. Let's be fair.
no, I just made one scream.
Razor started.
I fully agree to that.
So in the middle, so it was evening. We were trying to settle in for a good night's rest. Darkness had even decided to go stay at the Rested Ram, which is the nicer of the establishments. He paid for that and everything. He was gonna have
Mhm.
the most luxurious bubble bath he's had in
Yeah.
a hot fucking minute.
It'll be so good.
But
good.
before enjoying any of this opulence, he couldn't help but overhear a couple of the Knights of the Barrel Blade mentioning that they were gonna go head to the tavern, you know, for a couple of just good old-fashioned drinks. Unfortunately, for the people, the Barrel Blade, who've been inhabiting the city of Weatherlight, they were getting a little rowdy.
Baited.
a little out of hand, a little
ruckus.
faded, a little ruckus.
Mm.
And inappropriate behavior took place, which resulted in Razor's beloved compatriot, Izzy, feeling very upset. Now, at first, Izzy did what they could to try and stop Razor from going full Jekyll and Hyde, but unfortunately was not what I would call successful, resulting in a very, very bloody battle. Lots of people ran for their lives. Most of the guards stayed to try and fight. That did not end well for them. At one point, some of the officials tried to escape out of a private window, in which they were pursued on foot by Arkmon. Arkmon managed to get a hold of them and bring them back to the inn. While the rest of you continued with cleanup and crowd control. There was a particular guard who was begging for their life, but unfortunately,
Poor Kenny.
it was not meant to be.
Mm.
To your defense, I did tell you that this guard does not seem to be the most convicted of everybody, and it would likely roll over on all of
Let's
you.
get like a heel
was
and a
gonna
shank
squeal.
and a heel
He's
and a
gonna squeal
shank
like
and a
a
heel
pig.
and a shank.
Yeah.
We did kind of like
He was
put
gonna
him
fold
over
like
the.
Sunday laundry.
Yeah.
I literally,
Not good.
Yeah.
I tried to tackle my guy twice, and then he started
Mhm.
screaming. So things need to be done. I tried.
We can't have
Once-
screamers.
We
when the
yes.
dust when the dust had settled and the blades had stopped flinging, we moved on to trying to hide the bodies. At which point, I believe Call wrote a letter to Ravnica letting them know everything's fine.
It's fine.
No.
Well, yeah, kind of. Basically, I sent a report basically giving an excuse for the whole unit to vanish off the face of the earth.
Right,
They were
but they're
going
gone.
to, and yeah, they're gone.
They're
Yeah,
gone.
they're-
If you could send more,
they're
that would
gone.
be great. But they're gone, and it wasn't anything bad or that we did wrong, and we're bad. Or that is peach rings. It is a hybrid. It tastes like peach soap. Not a huge
Yep.
fan of the flavor, but the high is kind of nice.
Yeah, the peach rings are okay. What I
Flavor
like
wa-
from Jeter's, the grapefruit Romulans are probably my favorite.
Good old Romulan.
I loved the
No,
dry
that was
pull, and I
pretty
loved
good.
the smell of this.
I don't
like-
hate that.
You want it, you take it. Like,
That's about all I'm gonna need for the night. So.
that's fair.
They are indica.
Ooh. Weed doesn't put me to sleep, so I'm down. I wish it did. Fuck.
We'll find a strain one of these days that helps you fall asleep, and then
Nice,
we'll
we
need
haven't
to
done
buy
it.
it in bulk.
I would love to talk like weed recommendations with you at a later time.
Oh my god, absolutely. We should totally go back and I have notes. I keep a journal cuz I'm extra,
Joiner.
but like I'm gonna show it off cuz I'm proud of it, but like is there's all like various strains, and then I'll put stickers or like food
Mhm.
stuff in there, but like how I felt
awful.
like its effects were. Could I play video games with this? Like one I have in here, like absolutely do not smoke this if you plan on playing video games. You will be a turnip. It's not fun. I felt so bad, Ray. The last time we played Grounded together, I had taken, I guess, just a little bit too much in terms of edibles, and I was so fucking high. I was like, "You're like, let's go take on bombardiers," and I'm like, "We're gonna die." I don't know how to tell him that I'm gonna get us fucking murdered because I'm too stoned to jump. Like,
It'd be like that sometimes, but like, I've actually been. You know what? I'm derailing. We'll touch base later.
no, it's fine because in about 10 minutes, the Blaze and Ollie are gonna be here to take V home. So this is an okay time to just sort of get back into the thick of it. But so Call had written a letter to the militia in Ravnica, letting them know that the troop had been dispatched and we kind of needed more reinforcements, but everything's fine. It's been handled, but unfortunately, what did you tell them?
I told them that there had been reports of, I believe it was werewolves in the forest, or no, it wasn't werewolves
It was a
specifically. It was like
dragon.
it was. I forget what it exactly. I think I maybe just kept it more general. Just something has been
I'm pretty
kicking
sure
off.
it was general, which
patrols.
is why I'm asking.
Yeah, Yeah, I think I just kept it general. Some monster in the forest has been picking off troops. We're down to the last squad. We are going in to proceed. End of log. Or
Excellent.
going in to investigate, I should say.
Perfect. You guys then took the bodies to Kothar's, and had him dispose of the majority of the evidence.
It was a
Mhm.
dragon attack, by the way. I found it in my notes.
Oh, we did decide it was a dragon attack.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. All right. Dragon attack in air quotes. Alright. It is, however, the middle of the night when you guys decide to take your boat, or rather the boat that you're borrowing from Donnie. What did we name that boat?
It
We
had a
named the
name.
boat?
New stallion.
I'm sorry,
It's the new stallion,
the
isn't it?
new
Oh
stallion.
yeah.
That is right. New
With the word
stallion.
Megan scratched out at the
With the word Megan
That's
scratched
right.
out.
Forgot
Oh,
about
Sebastian,
that.
no.
Listen, you get boats the way you can here, okay?
I still like the name the Unsinkable too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, I think it's great. But no.
So it is late, and it is cold, and it is clammy, and it is not what one would consider the happiest of circumstances. to
Arkmon
be
is thrilled.
fleeing a city. However, I was gonna say, however, Arkmon, you might be high key into this, like
I'm
late night
thrilled.
fishing
Yes.
in a bog that you haven't been in before. This is exciting.
Pa always told me you gotta get out as early as possible. You beat everybody. You get the first fish, the best fish of the day.
I can't tell if this is early or late.
5, 6.
I
Go
never got
catch
my
a nut.
Y'all
back.
settle in. We're gonna need lookout all night. I don't mind. I'll take the first round here. I gotta get some things settled in anyway, so works out.
Who else would like to take first watch with Arkmon?
I think we decided who was
We
doing
decided
what
last
time,
week,
right?
didn't we?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Do we
It-
remember?
it's-
Me and
it's
Ray.
me and Arkmon.
I'm middle with darkness.
Yeah.
And then I'm at the call. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Call.
Which I don't mind. I suppose if depending on what happens, if we do have downtime, Arkmon would just be because I don't think me and Rail have ever had like one-on-one time. She's probably had more time with my parents than me, actually,
right?
at this point. But we've been in the same our same troop here for a bit now, so I suppose I would just I don't know, I just relate how I'm enjoying the calm of the river, and I suppose I would maybe be like, oh, you probably got some great square rivers float down and pass time by where you came up.
Well, actually, back in my hometown, it's more of a coastal town. Not that many rivers nearby. Too much thick wood. But we had a few lakes and ponds that were pretty nice. I never really got into the spirit of fishing, though. I kind of liked hanging out with the fish more than catching them on a hook, if you know what I mean.
I get you. Absolutely. There's I don't know. I find it, even when me and my pop went out, it was not so much about the catching the fish. It was just kind of about the time out there. Of course,
Fishing right now, Arkmon?
I would say right now I am setting up our little sonar system right now.
Okay.
I don't know if
So
I'm
at the front of I was gonna say at the front of the boat. So you guys are in what's called a keel boat, and I'll actually go ahead and drop what the stats are just so that everybody is aware because it's kind of like a shared creature. I don't need it to be super secret.
secrets.
Secret.
It's a secret.
That song is so good. Anyway, derail.
But so you were in what's called a keel boat. It can handle a the carrying creature capacity is 3 crew members and 4 passengers. Spoiler alert, that's all of you. So,
Okay.
For the purposes of this encounter, I'm going to say that you can crew it if you're just like letting it kind of coast with 2 people to keep it from like bouncing into things. But if we're like trying to make full way while on the river, you're going to need 3 people to be otherwise working the boat. So 1 person to steer, 2 people to oar. Does that make sense? But otherwise,
Ah.
2 people can kind of just do it themselves. Like 1 person can slowly paddle forward while 1 person steers, unless of course things get sticky. The front of the boat has a there's the control helm, obviously, and then there's also a ballista at the front of the boat, and the ballista has a total of 10 bolts. They can be retrieved, but you will need to mention that you are retrieving them. I will not just automatically assume that you are going in after them, because going inside of the swamp means things will happen. Not certain death necessarily, but you just need to let me know, and we're gonna roll for it, you know, because it's fun.
Yay.
So,
I
while
suppose.
you're getting your detection device.
Yeah, I think I would like to get that set up. I suppose more
It is
important.
dark,
I
and
would.
You do not have low light vision, I believe, because you're a tiefling.
Yeah, no, I have dark. I got dark
Oh, you have
vision.
dark vision. That's right. Why do I always forget? I think we just have the human, right? It's just Razor that doesn't have,
And darkness.
and darkness, because
Well,
they're both humans.
darkness has twilight, so
It's
you
true.
can do it whenever you need to.
Of course, it's,
Yeah.
it's
I think
Twilight
Hall
vision.
also can't see in the dark.
I would say.
Let's
It
see
is not
here.
listed under additional senses where it is for everybody else.
I would say
Well,
if
then
it
I
if
do not.
okay, if it is just the 2 of us currently, and the importance of is getting out and getting us our ship right, I wouldn't be setting up that first. I guess priority would be making sure our ship's good, or
We could say
Our
that
vessel.
you've already kind of gone about doing that, but why don't you go ahead and roll me a investigation check just to make sure that everything looks in order, because you guys were in a bit of a rush when you initially got on this thing.
Just so you're aware, Mena, dark vision is out to 300 feet, and he can share that with basically the entire party for an hour, once per long rest or spell slot expended. So
So that's an ability that you'd have to say, I'm going to use blah so that we
Yeah.
can do this. Okay, cool.
yeah, but yeah, if necessary, I can make sure the whole party.
Word. Sounds good. I'm gonna say, I know it doesn't go through magical darkness, and I also know that it doesn't let you see through things like heavy
ooh,
trees and stuff.
Fog and yeah.
I like to think that
Oh,
the
no.
darkness kind of sparkles for us if we have that.
now we're having that jankiness again.
Oh no!
I rolled. Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes. It just
it's
it
like-
took a bit,
Okay.
but there you go. 25.
All right.
So yeah, they've been having a lot of server trouble lately. So
People are still just fussy, which is totally understandable. I just wish that I could play my game. All right, so we rolled a 25. With the 25, you're able to spot a couple of things that need to be cinched down, and given your expertise with being on a boat, you're like, hey, that's not how this goes. Who tied this like this? And you go ahead and you fix it. Again, you're a very experienced time on boats, not unlike this. It's a little bit bigger than the boats that you and your dad are used to, but it's not like too much larger. You're used to maybe like a 4 to 6 man. So yeah, it's about this size.
Goddamn, me and Paul were floating around in a black bathtub. Look better than this. Let me get this here.
Dang on.
Dang on.
Megalomart.
I'm just kind of following Archmon around on the boat, like looking at all the stuff he's doing, because I've probably never been on a boat like this before, and I have no idea what he's doing.
For full transparency, this thing isn't what I would call especially large. So it's kind of stacked. Like if you guys are trying to rest on this boat, it's not.
oh,
This
so
isn't
it's
like
not
a
like
boat
there's
boat.
no crew. There's no crew
No.
quarters or nothing. Yeah,
no. This is
We're on a tiny
again,
boat.
this is-
We're just on the boat.
Again, it's a keel
Okay.
boat. because you're taking it through swampy
Oh,
territory.
yeah.
There's not enough room. There's not enough clearance for anything too much larger than this, unfortunately. Think of it like driving a kind of a big truck down one of those older and more dilapidated roadsides where maybe there's like a steep cliff on your left or on your right rather, and you're like, cool, there's enough room for like when you're driving out towards Bodega and those roads get really fucking skinny, and then somebody comes to pass you and you're like, how are we both supposed to like do this right now?
Yeah, I suppose never mind. This ain't too much bigger than what I've already dealt with.
Right. So
I guess in that case, I'll just be like at the front, keeping an eye out for anything spooky or suspicious.
Definitely spookies.
All my tokens are all jacked because I tilted them at one point. Oh, alright. Fine. We stick like this.
Jack tokens.
The boys are
They're hella strong.
piled.
I would
This
like
is
to, if interested, show off.